Hey YouTube, another day, another car park. Today I'm parked outside the Showcase Cinema. I've been to the Carboot Sale this morning. It's still early. It's only just after 10 o'clock. I've done the Carboot Sale, had breakfast, and I'm on my way home, so I thought I'd stop here, fit in the places any I guess, and show you what I picked up at the Carboot Sale. Got a few bargains, some stuff to sell, some stuff for me, and yeah, something kind of movie related, but not movies or not media of any kind actually, but we'll leave that to the end. A bit of a bargain, something I've been looking for, and something that similar to what I was actually going out to get today that I saw while I was out on Friday. It's Bank Holiday Monday today, it's Easter Monday. This particular boot sale I've been to is at Stokesley, and they only do it 4 times a year on the 4 bank holidays between spring and summer, or Bank Holiday Mondays I should say. They don't do Good Friday. Anyway, the first thing that I picked up is a movie I actually do own, Ice Age 4 in 3D. I don't believe I've ever seen this cover before, and I'm probably going to get home and find out that the one I've got has this cover, but I don't think it does. I don't ever recall seeing this cover before, so I don't know if it's a special edition or if it's a UK release, so it's not as if it's come from another country, but whether it was released at a specific store, could have been exclusive to say HMV, but they normally have a sticker on. That could have been taken off I guess, or whether it's exclusive to maybe one of the supermarkets. But yeah, this cover with Scrat with the eye patch. I nearly said scratch. Scrat with the eye patch. I've never seen this cover before, I'm positive, so you know, I grabbed it for 50p. Then the next up, I was walking past, you get a lot of traders at the Carboot Sale that just have buckets and buckets and buckets of junk, and this one particular trader had buckets and boxes full of DVDs. I mean, there must have been a few thousand DVDs. Would have taken me forever to go through, but at one side there was a small pile of box sets, and something caught my eye, and I'd heard him say to somebody the DVDs are 5 for £1 and the box sets are £1 each. So I immediately grabbed this off the floor. I thought, I'm having this. I've already got this, I'm going to sell this one, but for £1 I grabbed Live Aid. You never ever see these out in the wild. They don't sell for as much as they once did, but I had a quick look on eBay after I bought this, and sold ones are in the range of £20 to £35. There's even a £12 trade on CEX. This one's not going to CEX. I'm gonna sell this one on eBay. Really happy to find that. It might even be in better condition than mine. The discs are mint. I'm fairly certain the discs are mint on mine as well, but this box just looks to be in better condition than mine, so I might be doing a bit of a swap. Also in with the box sets, a sealed copy of Prison Break, series 1 to 4. Trades in for £5. I haven't looked to see what this is like on eBay, but brand new and sealed. The problem is, with fees and postage, this will probably cost about £8. No, it depends what I sell it for, but postage is going to be a £5. Fees is 10%, so if I sell this for a tenner, it'll be £1, so that's going to be £6. In which case the £5 trading is probably going to be worth it. If this is worth more, if I can get 12 to 15 for this on eBay, which I very much doubt, then I might be worth putting on, but otherwise this will go to CEX. Also for £1, Planet Earth on Blu-ray. 5-disc set. The box is a little bit bent on the side there, but that could be probably straightened out with a bit of heat and water. But yeah, I do own this on HD DVD, but it's nice to have a Blu-ray. And then when I was quickly scanning through the DVDs, when he said 5 for £1, I'd seen on Movie Mad's video the other day, he picked one of these up, House of a Thousand Corpses, and he mentioned that the trade-in for £1. I thought, oh, what the heck, I'll grab this. Again, I checked the disc, it was mint, but now I'm going to have to find another 4. There was a box of Blu-rays, but he wanted £1 a piece for them, but there was a few Blu-rays scattered about in the boxes of DVDs. So the one and only one that I grabbed, bearing in mind these are 5 for £1, Django, Unchained, Blu-ray, Steelbook. So, and it's, considering where it was sat with a bunch of DVDs just in a box, it's in fairly decent condition. I haven't looked for see what the trade-in for this is, but it's got to be worth more than 20p. As well, there was also a few box sets mixed in, the smaller ones, I suppose, that could easily get mistaken for just a single DVD. So I got, again for 20p, the complete first season of Lost Girl. I remember watching this when it was on the telly, but at some point I dropped off, and I know I never saw the last season, and I might have even missed more than that, but I do remember enjoying it, so grab that. I don't know if they're ever available on Blu-ray. I need to look that up. They also had a good chunk of movies that were in snapper cases. From what I could tell, most of them I owned, although a lot of them were in really good condition. Whether they were in better condition than the ones I had, I don't know, but the ones that, the 2 here that I bought, the 2 that I'm certain I didn't own. So I got Space Jam, obviously the original one. Try to do this single-handed. So no picture on the disc, unfortunately, but you've always got these nice bits of art on the inside. And another one to my Clint Eastwood collection, Kelly's Heroes. This is one I do own on Blu-ray, but I have quite a good collection of these Clint Eastwood snappers now. So that is another one. And this specifically, more than any of the others, it feels really dusty. Needs a good clean, but it's not dirty. Just feels like it's covered in dust. Then what else did I get? While wandering around, I spotted a box set of 6 Rodgers and Hammerstein movies, timeless musicals. So we've got The Sound of Music, The Kicking Eye, South Pacific, Oklahoma, Carousel, and State Fair. It was £2. What the heck? I think I've got A Sound of Music on maybe South Pacific, maybe both. I'm sure I've got one of these in maybe a double disc set. I'm not 100% sure. These aren't double discs, these are all single. But yeah, for a couple of quid, why the heck not? Then for £1, Out of Africa, a movie that I've never seen and up until now didn't own on any format. So happy to find that. Then finally for the movies, or the DVDs, Blu-rays, I found a box on a stall that had a big piece of cardboard cut out that said DVDs 50p each, or 3 for £1. And there's a couple of box sets in there. They had the Rocky collection, which may well have been worth some money, but I didn't pick that up. But they had Series 6 of Game of Thrones on DVD box set. Again, the discs are all mint. It's trading for £5, so that'll be going to CEX. And then just to make up the numbers, I got a couple of DVDs that had digital copies in, which I've not tried as yet. The remake of Point Break, Was never a big fan of the original, to be fair. And Black Mass, a film that I've not seen. Other than that, I bought a CD and a game, and something quite special in the box down there. So we'll get on to that next. Right, so I'm back. So a little bit of a backstory first. On Friday, Good Friday, I was in Darlington, bought a few things, wandered back to the car. The car park I was parked in had a strict 2-hour limit. There's no buying an extra ticket, or no buying a ticket at all. It's one of those ones with cameras, clock your number plate going in and out, and you've got 2 hours maximum. I got back to the car with maybe just under 15 minutes to spare, and in that particular small retail park thing, there's only really 2 or 3 shops. There's Halford's, the third one might be empty actually, I'm not sure, and there's a British Heart Foundation homewares store that does mostly furniture. They have a small rack of CDs, a small rack of DVDs, and then at the back of the store they have the electrical stuff, which is mostly kitchen appliances, fridges, microwaves, dishwashers, that sort of thing. But they do some TVs when they get them, and DVDs. But they also had a VCR, a Panasonic Vcr, which is identical to one I used to own many years ago, and it was a tenner. So I was pretty stoked at finding that, but there's seemingly no remote. So I spoke to the lady that worked in there and asked her did they have the remote, and she said she wasn't sure, but they had a box of remotes out the back. She would go and have a look. Anyway, a little bit later she came back with 2 remotes, both for TVs, but both Panasonic, and she said, well, these both have video VCR controls on. And I kind of hummed and hawed. For a tenner I thought, you know what I'll do is I'll have a look on eBay and see if I can find a picture to find out what the remote looks like. But I was on a time crunch because I only had a few minutes left in the car park, so I just took a photo of the model number and left. And my intention was today I'm going to go back and get that VCR, because I found a remote on eBay quite cheap. But at the Carboot Sale I came across this. Now this isn't just any ordinary VCR. This is a Super VHS, JVC Super VHS, with the remote. I asked them, as you would, does it work? Yes was the reply, but they literally only switched it on. So I was like, and at that time the remote wasn't with it, and they weren't sure whether they had the remote. I actually found the remote in another box. Unfortunately the batteries in it aren't too good, and I said to them, I said, well, how much are you wanting for it? And she said, how about £3? I thought, you know what, £3, I'm going to take a risk. If it doesn't work, I've not really lost anything. £3, but that's it. It's worth the risk for a Super VHS. One thing I didn't realise until I was on my way back to the car with it, there is a tape in there. So either there's a tape lodged inside, or they've just put one in and totally forgot to take it back out again. I don't know. There's some inputs, I'm assuming, under the thing there. Now I always thought with Super VHS they had different connectors on. So I'm even going to go back in now. But this has only got the standard RF and SCART connectors. So honestly, I don't know that much about SVHS. I remember when they were first, I don't even know if it was when they were first out, but there was a electronic store actually on this retail park, funnily enough, that had the Super VHS units up on the shelf, and they were about £1,000. This is actually NTSC compatible, but I'm pretty sure one of the VHS players I have at home is also NTSC compatible, so that's not that special. But yeah, I'm hoping this is going to work. It won't fit, unfortunately, in the gap that's the VHS player I use at the moment, because it's a slimmer one, or a narrower one, I should say. This is a full width VCR. The one that I've got in is a narrow VCR, which fits just right. It sits underneath my Xbox 360, so that's a similar kind of width, and that's a slim console. So this won't actually fit in that gap, so I might have to figure something out there. But yeah, for £3 I had to. I couldn't not walk away without it. And it brings me back to the question: do I still go back to Darlington and get that other one? And the answer is probably yes, even though it's going to cost me a tenner for it and another tenner for the remote off eBay. For that particular VCR, it's not a Super VHS, but it's a quite I don't want to say it's top of the range model, but it was a pretty decent model at the time. I mean, obviously these days you can't record anything off the telly anymore because it's all digital, and these old video VCRs never came with digital receiver. I mean, I do have one with a digital receiver, but it's a combi unit which has a VCR, DVD recorder and a hard drive, all in one unit, and that has a digital receiver in it, although it's a long time since I've ever used that to record anything. It's just used these days as record my VHS onto the hard drive, trim out any bits that I don't need, put in chapters, and then write them to a DVD, and if need be, upload them into my iTunes so I can watch them that way. But anyway, yeah, I'm really, really happy. I just hope that it works. But the great thing is, if it doesn't, I haven't really lost a lot of money. But anyway, I'm going to leave this video here right now, and it's a lovely day. Don't know what I'm going to do the rest of the day other than maybe go back to Darlington, but I'm going to test this one out first. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Catch you in the next one. Ta-ra.